Aloha. This is lesson 268 from A Course in Miracles with Hope Johnson. Let all things be exactly as they are. Let me not be your critic, Lord, today, and judge against you. Let me not attempt to interfere with your creation and distort it into sickly forms. Let me be willing to withdraw my wishes from its unity, and thus to let it be as you created it. For thus will I be able to recognize myself as you created me. In love was I created, and in love will I remain forever. What can frighten me when I let all things be exactly as they are? Let not our sight be blasphemous today, nor let our ears attend to lying tongues. Only reality is free of pain. Only reality is free of loss. Only reality is wholly safe. And it is only this we seek today. That concludes the text. Let all things be exactly as they are. Ooh, I like to offer this as a soft, gentle unraveling of control and a return to trust. It's the end of our interfering with what is. It says, let me not attempt to interfere with your creation. We're not perceiving what's truly here. So there's nothing to interfere with, even in the perception. Every judgment, every preference, every wish for something to be other than what it is, this is the ego's interference. Ask, what am I still trying to rewrite to fit my liking? To fit my fear? To fit my plan? Right? It's a fearful world that we look upon when we look with the ego. The ego is always looking to change things. When we let things be exactly as they are, they all become a blessing. So this is about withdrawing the ego's wishes. It says, let me be willing to withdraw my wishes from its unity. That's really the ego's wishes. What a relief. I could just let it be as it is. One friend was telling me today, we were walking around here in Ajijic, Mexico, and she was telling me how there's a new trend where these huge buildings are being built in this cute little town. So it's just a really adorable little, colorful little town with cobblestone roads. And these big monstrosities are being built. And, you know, they're modern and they're high price. They're much higher price. So it seems to be driving the rents up and people seem to be struggling. And she was telling me that the locals aren't as kind anymore. And then, you know, she offered, but I guess it's all going exactly as it's supposed to go, right? And I said, yep, that's how it is. It's all going how it needs to be. It's exactly as it is what it needs to be. So no matter what we're getting a perception of, oh, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, we're wrong because we're misperceiving. And the way it's rolling out, it's actually rolling right out of our mind, right out of our state of mind. The way it's rolling out is exactly perfect for us to practice forgiveness, for us to extend love. And it's just a matter of seeing that we want it exactly as it is. Let all things be exactly as they are. There will be plenty of opportunities to apply this lesson today. It comes up all the time where we think we know how they should be, and it's different from what they seem to be. Actually, what they seem to be is not how they are at all. That's why nothing needs to be changed. What seems to be is our opportunity. It's our opportunity to withdraw our wishes from the unity of creation. We wish for it to be like this. And then we superimpose, when we listen to the ego, we're basically superimposing another wish over that as if it's really like that in the first place. And then we want it to change. So breathe into this thought. I do not need to fix the world to find peace. I only need to see the world truly. I'm misperceiving. So it's like adding a misperception to a misperception to go, I'm misperceiving already, but I'm not going to admit I'm misperceiving. I'm going to add another misperception that says, I think I know how it should be. Maybe it's based on this is how it was before. The locals were friendlier before. The landscape looked nicer when these huge monstrosities weren't here. See how believable it is? It's funny. It's laughable. That's why I'm laughing a lot. Recognizing the real self. It says, for thus will I be able to recognize myself as you created me. This is how we recognize ourselves. This is how we realize we don't need to be fixed. It's all a reflection of the self. When we stop distorting the world, our own reflection becomes clear. This is just a reflection of there's something about me that needs to change. So when this comes up, you just notice, oh, nothing even needs to change. Let all things be exactly as they are, not how I'm making them up. It's not even true. And then we add, we want to fix it on top of it's not true, and it makes the disillusion or the illusion more true. You were created perfectly in love. You weren't created to try to control or struggle or fix anything in the world. You don't have to fight reality anymore. Isn't that a relief? Take relief in that. It says, what can frighten me when I let all things be exactly as they are? Contemplate this. It is resistance that generates fear. It's not circumstance. See if you can release the fighting and just trust what is, and even what is appearing to you as if it is. Because it is the means for undoing everything that you made. It says, let not our sight be blasphemous today. This is protection. It's blasphemous to see against God by perceiving wrongly with judgment or fear. You can see only what's real. You can choose to deny reality to what you seem to see until your vision is restored to you. Our reality is totally safe. It's free from all pain. It's free from loss and any kind of struggle. You do not suffer. Truly, you do not suffer. No one suffers. You only suffer in illusion. An illusion occurs from believing that what you see, what you seem to see, is really there. You see how trying to fix it multiplies the problem? So it's like, am I ready to have a preference for truth instead of my stories? Even if I seem to be comforted by the stories Because they're familiar? Your goal is truly to see what is and rest in that. Rest in what really is. You don't get there by trying to fix what is not here. You want to see past it. It says, and it is only this we seek today. Let your goal be super simple, not to solve anything, not to impress anyone, not to manage anyone, just to see what is and rest in that. That means you're not fixating on anything in the field that seems to need to be changed. We want to see like Christ in this lesson. Let all things be as they are. I'm safe in what is. Return to this every time you feel pulled to control or correct or resist anything. Maybe you decide first thing in the morning, I'm just not going to argue with anything today. I'm just going to let it be exactly as it is. And whenever you notice resistance, just remember, this too is part of the whole. Let it be. Let it be exactly as it is. It's not as I perceive it. If I perceive that any change is needed, I'm really perceiving that I need to change. And that's only because I thought I have changed. I haven't changed. I'm still as God created me. And in the evening, you might reflect, what did I try to change today? What happened when I was released from that? Notice the feeling of relief. The feeling of relief will continually inspire you to practice this. You never want to stop practicing seeing until you see truly. And when you see truly, you won't perceive a body. You won't perceive that you're in a body. It's not like getting to a place in a body where you're like, oh, I made it. No. Illusion's always coming back as long as you perceive a body. Truly, being humble is recognizing that you are the Son of God, the Holy Son of God. And yet you're perceiving a body. And so you need the love of God. And this lesson and all the lessons through A Course in Miracles, and could be another way too, whatever it is that's showing you the way to see needs to be a constant practice. Otherwise, you just go back into illusion. And when you do. You'll know when you do because you feel upset, you feel afraid, you feel angry, whatever. That's how you know. And when you're aware of the contrast between being in the peace of God and how that feels to be relieved and to be upset in believing illusions are true, and you recognize the contrast, it gives you more and more motivation to stay the course, not to slip back into making illusions true and beating yourself up. That's basically what you're doing. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting your own mind when you do that. So it's just some more incentive to stay the course when you see that contrast and you recognize, I do want the peace of God. I do not want the alternative. So for today, let all things be exactly as they are. Once in the AM, once in the PM, every hour, and whenever it seems like things should be changed, or you should fix them, or someone else should do things differently, okay? So hooray, have a beautiful remembrance. I love you.